Mercedes Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings.
Come on, fellas.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Mike, 58, right there. In your face.
Now.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A toss to Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Barrett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Push him back. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
2nd and 6. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Get it.
They run again on first down. Cook down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Jim. Check 26, check 26. Watch Twitz. Watch Twitz.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 87 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Set, ready, 30 base.
45. Hey, watch the screen,
Defense.
On second down now, it's Cook. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Set, go.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
We want it. Come to my work.
5.
Mike 57. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 57.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 74 yards as the Bears push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 15. Check 15. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 57's the Mike. Mike, 57. Let's go. 57.
Now Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Pick it up, T.
Get up.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there out of Cook. 49 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Bears' 22-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check tight end. Check tight.
Deep rip.
On 2nd down, Cook. Ooh, the juke. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Go.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do. And I think you wonder, what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
2nd and 9 now. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They're going to look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Skrine. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First down, a run with Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go, defense.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Wall, get wall. Move.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 57's the mic. Watch 57. Guys, it's game situation. Hey, ball.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert! Stop!
Here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! 50 seconds, right? Hey, shoot!
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Ricky,
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And the Bears first down.
Sit up! 180!
Let's get the ball.
Red, top!
Rush in.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
57, Mike 57.
Hey! High step!
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's not going to get me.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
21-yard line.
Go! 180!
57's the Mike.
You don't know no better.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Vikings 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Down!
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check, 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 check.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Plant.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Ready, ready!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. Finding room at the 30. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Don't get nervous.
58, boys, 58.
Bravo.
I'm scared. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why?
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 27 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go. Back, back, back. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Recon, 132 Fox.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Go! 180! Move.
36, 36.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Go! 180!
Mike 54.
Switch!
Now Trubisky on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Davis. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 54. Get ready.
Red, tuck.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Red, tuck.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Keep playing, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Get up! 180! Not here!
You got double tight. 4 down. Alert.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
I'm here all day. Say.
Hey, alert!
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Echo.
I got you.
Now Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Red,
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Here I come. Switch. Alert.
On first down, Cohen. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
180.
57's the mic. Here we go, D.
Lock in. Hey, seam 6.
From the 36, Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Hey, check.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
that right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the slant.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
2nd and 10. And Diggs has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Let's go now.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Shoot.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barrett. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Five.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the ends, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
42, Vikings 10. Dan Bailey.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Davis. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Davis. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Snatch and skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump and hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop, and your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flyer field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. skills. Yeah. I do this for the family.